What's up, guys? So today, it's a beautiful summer day. It's about 75 degrees or so. It's a nice change from the 95 degree days that we've been having. So today I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to finally get around to installing my Boxster grills, or Boxster side vents on my Cayman. So I ended up buying these probably I think sometime over the winter. I bought the Boxster side vents, and then I went around I made an attempt to install them, but then I realized that the other parts behind the side vents, there's two parts. So there's like the side vent, and then there's like the actual panel that the side vent mounts to, and then the little panel behind the side vent is what attaches to the car. So I didn't realize that those were the internal mounts were different on the Boxster than they were on the Cayman. So I had to end up buying those, which I found on eBay for like, I don't know, 65 bucks used. So should be a pretty easy install. I'd painted my side vents, the original Cayman ones, a while back with Plastidip, and they turned out pretty good. But yeah, I just like the look of the Boxster vents. I think it just really, the horizontal slats just look a lot better compared to the vertical slats. I always thought those looked kind of funny. So let's do it. Alright, so we are gonna go and start on the driver's side vent. So it might be kind of hard to see, but each slat has this top part that's connected to the exterior vent, and then the bottom part's connected to the internal vent, or internal cover. So basically we're just going to stick a screwdriver here, split them apart, each one. There's 3. So we're just going to split those apart because there's like plastic tabs that hold it together. And then once we split that, we should be able to, the grill should just pop out. Normally if you cared about the finish, you'd use, throw some tape over your flathead screwdriver. That way you don't like mar up the paint, but like I said earlier, I Plastidip this, so I'm not really too worried about the finish. So you should just be able to pull it out. Pull down a little bit. I forgot how I did this last time. There you go. Pop that guy out. Just kind of work your way around. Again, make sure these tabs are fully disengaged. Just pop out. There you go. Put some force behind it. There you go. So I think this top guy is still engaged. There you go. So hopefully you can see this. But yeah, so there's a tab on the bottom. I guess there's not a tab on the center. I lied. Just tabs on the bottom, tab on the top. Right there. Top, bottom. And on the sides, there's really nothing on the sides. The tabs just kind of lock onto the piece right here. There's a little hole, like kind of hard to see. There's a little gap for the tab right there. So this mounting plate is held on by some push pins. We got one here on the bottom, one here on this side, and then another on this side. So there's 4 push pins. If we look at the tabs, basically all we're gonna do is lift up on this little tab here, and then the grill sort of slides out. It'll make more sense when I remove it. Loose. There you go. So there's one. So I'm basically going to let's see if I can see this. So basically, I'm gonna like kind of pry around the push pin itself, around the rivet, just to kind of loosen it up. I'm gonna lift up this tab. Slide her out. You know, so you might end up breaking a few of these, but that's whatever, you know. These always break, they're replaceable. And honestly, probably don't need all of them. So there's that. It's kind of in there pretty good. There's that. And last one. And boom. Easy peasy. So let's have another look at this. So so the pin on this guy, it inserts over here, right? So this tab here, this kind of holds the pin in place, so then the pin moves here to there, right? So when you push the pin in, it can't move, right? It's locked in. So it's locked in like that. So by lifting this tab, it allows the pin to slide that way, right? And so you could pull the vent forward. So here, this is a Cayman vent right here. This is the Boxster vent. So obviously they're quite a bit different. I think the pin placement's the same. You know, 2 on this side, there, 1 on that side, 1 on the bottom. So I've got extra pins now since the Boxster vents came with them. So I'll have to pull those out before I put the vent in. But yeah, so there's none of these slats there, and there's only 1 in the center, or I guess there's 2 tabs here. Just 1 on the bottom, a hole right there. And then there's 2 tabs over here on the center where it's going to mount up, where the Boxster vent's going to mount up. So here you can try to get a better pick of this push pin setup. So here's the pin, and it's free to rotate, you know, that way or this way. So this tab keeps the pin from moving backwards, right? So by pressing this pin up, that allows for this push pin to move back. So it's easy once you look at it, or it makes sense. Hopefully you can see this. So here's the pin. I'm trying to move it down, right? So this was mounted on the car. Lift up on this tab. Pin moves down, down and out, right? Make sense? So all the pins are like that. All the pins are the same on each side. Do this again. Yeah, hold it kind of high. Three. Let's do this view. Boom. Easy. Last one. Boom. Alright. So installation is basically the same. So all I'm going to do is pop this guy back on. Shouldn't have to lift up on any tabs. All of my push pins are all intact, so not going to bother replacing any of those. Again, if you were wanting to de-snork, all you would have to do is remove this plate. So there's just a few clips here, one here, one here, one here, one there. Get better view. So here, 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 and these just. I'm not gonna do it, but I believe these guys just push up, and if you push up this thing on the pin, push that way, this should be able to slide out towards you. So again, that's you'd take that out if you were going to do the de-snork mod. Like I said, somebody, I think on the Facebook groups, is producing or is 3D printing a nice plate with like a sort of mesh type look, and it looks pretty sick. So if you guys are into that, I would check that out. Like I said, install is just reverse. This one first. One. Alright, that's it. That's in there. So here's the Boxster vent. These were silver when I bought them on eBay. As you can see, they're silver. I painted them with a matte black spray paint. I mean, I think it should hold up just fine. Little tabs here, also present on the Cayman grill, the top tabs. But yeah, the difference is here. So there's two tabs on the middle slat right there. Kind of difficult to see. There's two tabs like I showed you earlier. Those two tabs go into these two holes right here. Right there. Kind of hard to see. And then there's another tab right here at the bottom on the Boxster grill, and those go in the hole on the lower slat. it's locked into place. Alright. Heard all the snaps. I like the look of that. I like the look of that a lot better. Let's see if I can get a good picture. It's a little dark, but yeah, I just like the look of that a lot better than the compared to the vertical grills. Sorry it's so dark. Try to get a better picture in the sun. Cool. On to the other side. Alright, so same thing, just gotta, as I've discovered, there's no mount in the center, just the top and the lower slats have the mounting tabs. Still caught on that center piece. Yeah, there's a lot of flex in these, so don't be afraid to give it a little lip prying. So there's that. So there's actually not necessarily an intake. I think it's an exterior vent. It's an outtake fan. So there's a fan inside here, and it's pushing air out. So this vent's actually totally open as well. There's a better look of it. I don't know if you can quite see it, but there's a fan in there. Oops. There we go. There's a fan in there. Cool. So, yeah, this vent is exactly the same. Tab on the top slat right here, and tab on the bottom slat. This inner thing is, other than the shape of it, it mounts up exactly the same as well. There's pin here, pin here, pin here, and one pin up here. So boom, 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 pulls out exactly the same. So it's a little bit harder to grab. It's out. That one's a little bit harder because there's less areas to grab. So that's the inside of from behind that vent. Kind of neat. At first I was going to be mad because I bought these, had to source them separately on eBay. And at first I thought they were exactly the same. You know, same shape. They both have the same amount of slats. They both have the same slats, but the difference is this is the Cayman grill or vent. This is the Boxster. So on the Boxster, you've got this big slat right there, really big hole. On the Cayman, it's just this little guy, you know, because there's a little tab. Big tab on the Boxster, little tab on the Cayman. Same with the top. On the Boxster, there's no holes at all, but there's tabs on the bottom. On the Cayman, no tabs on the bottom, but there's a hole on the top. So, makes sense, because on the Boxster, 2 holes on the middle slat, and then there's a tab on the bottom, which is broken on mine, which should still work just fine. On the Cayman, you got this little guy up here, a tab, little tab on the bottom. So again, I'm just going to remove the pins that came on my vent, since I'm going to reuse the ones on the car. So again, install's the same. Just going to pop it in. Tabs look good. This top guy on there first. Line them all up and then bottom tabs in place. Top tab is kind of in place. Got tabs in place. Alright. Alright, so again, there's a tab here, or 2 tabs, single tab on the bottom. Alright, it's in. I really didn't know that there was like a full vent hole. Alright, that guy's in. Cool. Let's see if we can get a good shot of this. Cool, cool, cool. That's a pretty decent shot, I guess. Because it's gonna get while it's in the garage. Cool. I like that look a lot better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Should have done this sooner. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, pretty easy to do. I don't know, a lot of people probably won't do it because they like the Cayman vents, but I personally really prefer the look of the horizontal slats on the Boxster grills. So like I said, if you want to swap it over, it's pretty easy. It's not super expensive. I think I could probably sell my Cayman grills, basically recoup my money, basically do a straight trade almost. So yeah, I think I spent, you know, $60 on the exterior vents and then $60 on the internal vents. So again, you know, $120, $150 or something. Found all my shit on eBay. And again, it's straightforward, very easy install. Hope that helps you guys if you guys feel like switching your vents out. Same would apply for if you were swapping Cayman vents onto a Boxster. So yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.